guard for Concordia. He now graduated, and so now you look up to a couple more players for Concordia to fill in that role. But like you said, Concordia's also ran into a couple of roadblocks at the state tournament. Auburn twice, really,
yeah.
the past 2 years. Auburn, and I mean, it's Auburn, right?
Yeah.
They're a wrecking force for anybody that plays them. And unfortunately for Concordia, that is who they've ran into the past 2 state tournaments. And it looks like we're about ready to go here in this one. Going to be a good one, Bridger.
I'm really excited about this one. I saw this one on the schedule, and this was the one I had circled of like I'm really, really excited to see it. But now with Poppy out, this just makes the storyline a little bit grayer as to what is going to happen in this game.
I tell you what, we keep talking about Parker Volk has to be a wrecking force today for Doniphan.
We'll take it to PA now and let him do our work for the starting lineups.
We'll start today's second game with visitors non-starters out of Omaha Concordia Mustangs. Number 1, Cole Cheatham. Number 2, Lincoln Getz. Number 3, Nick Johannes. 14, Logan Herman. Number 20, Elliot McCafferty. Number 22, Oscar Maxson. Number 25, Owen Abendroth. Number 30 is Jake Clarkson. And number 35, Kyle Snyder. Your starters for Omaha Concordia Mustangs. Sophomore, number 4, Drew Kulas. 6'10" senior, number 5, Quinton McCafferty. Junior, number 11, Jack Thrasher. 6'2", junior, number 12, Jackson Shepard. And senior, 6'1", number 23, Carter Sunday. Now for the home team, Doniphan-Trumbull Cardinals. First your non-starter. Number 0, Jack Hoppe. Number 4, Nathan Collinson. Number 12 is Jackson Hammond. Number 14, Benjamin Van Dyke. Number 15 is Owen Schultz. Number 20, Tragan Barnes. 21 is Seth Schwartz. 33, Kaylin Bennett. And Luke Gasson, number 34. Now for your starters for Doniphan-Trumbull Cardinals. Senior, 5'9", number 2, Taylor Denimore. 6'4", number 11, senior, Jake Collinson. Junior, 5'10", number 22, Tayson Bennett. Sophomore, Parker Volk, number 23. And senior, 6'2", number 44, Jaden Williams. Head coach for Omaha, Tim Kulas, varsity assistant, and Caleb Fletcher. And for Doniphan, you have assistant coaches Jeff Barnes, Doug Rader, Ben Turner, and Scott Davis with head coach Kaylin Burr.
Back now for basketball action. Let's get right into it. It was Concordia winning the tip, and they're going to start off in that set offense. Let's see what happens.
Tell you what, they're going to have to work against a very quick Doniphan team on defense.
That's a good-looking shot and already a quick bucket for Concordia and Drew Kulas.
Nice drive inside by Kulas, working against a tough Doniphan-Trumbull team and able to put up the 4-foot floater.
So now DT on the other end, talk about speed. That's what we're going to see offensively. Concordia, a big point for them today would be to slow it down a little bit. See if they can't get Doniphan-Trumbull in a half-court set. Pulling up for 3, hitting it for 3. You want to talk about a big-time bucket, that's Parker Volk, our player of the game, our player to watch for the game beforehand, and he just hits the big 3.
Tell you what, look who he was matched up against. It was Quinton McCafferty against Parker Volk, and Volk that time hits the 3.
Kulas pulls up for 3. He hits it. 2 for 2 and 5 of his team's 5 already.
Tell you what, wasting no time getting going here. It's quick action early on in this one.
Yeah, definitely. Volk thought about the 3, drives in, loses it. Pulled up for 3, Volk can't finish. First miss of the day, and it's 5-3.
Yeah, I tell you what, Volk kind of a little off tilter there on the offensive possession. Didn't know what he really wanted to do. Kind of forced up that three from the corner.
Good pump fake from Sunday. Sunday put it up, won't fall. Good offensive rebound, and that's going to be an and one. Jake Collinson heading to the free throw line for the first time of the day.
Actually, it's Jack Thrasher of Omaha Concordia getting the and one opportunity. Thrasher for Omaha Concordia. And talk about the offensive rebound for Concordia. Doniphan-Trumbull's a much smaller team. That time it's rearing its ugly head with the Mustangs getting an and one opportunity.
That's what it did. Thrasher there, a good looking bucket for him. Let's just see if he can finish off the three-point play. Thrasher can't finish it. That rebound by Jane Williams. And now foul going to be called. A little bit too aggressive. I like the idea. Just maybe time it just a little bit better. That foul is going to fall on Carter Sunday. That'll be his first.
I tell you what, Omaha Concordia is going to put that pressure on you. They're going to have to make the officials make the call. That's kind of the way Omaha Concordia is. Go until the official calls it. Be physical, be aggressive in that sense, and that's exactly what Omaha Concordia is doing so far.
Definitely. Now Jane Williams has it on the other end. Driving in, that's Dedamore. Dedamore lost it. Gets it back. Throwing it into Williams. Now Volk. Volk blocked by McCafferty. Shepard. Back down the other end now. It's Concordia pushing the pace a little bit. Pull up three for Concordia. That's Koulis. That won't fall. Dedamore down the other end. Didn't quite have a numbers advantage. So he'll pull it out and wait for his whole offense to set up.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Yeah, Jack Poppy's on the floor.
I just saw that Jack Poppy's in the game. You can tell a little bit of a limp there for Poppy, but he is in the game.
Koulis back down the other end. Yeah, we looked at each other. That is Poppy.
I was kind of stunned at just a little bit. Drew Koulis with the 7th point there, but so Jack Poppy's in the game. So, wow. Big-time story here for Doniphan-Trumbull with Jack Poppy, their leading scorer, back into the contest.
Yeah. Coach told me before wasn't going to play. He warmed up, and now he's going to see if he can get some minutes.
Wow. Tough kid, really tough kid.
Yeah.
He went down in the semifinals, kind of first minute into it in the Lupai Conference, but didn't know if he was able to play. Did not play last night against Wood River, but good to see that he's able to get in today.
Yeah, it's his first game in close to a week.
Yes.
Yeah, It's his first game in close to a week. Hasn't played at all. Dedamore, he'll pull up from three. Rebound saved away that one in there by Collinson. And a shot won't go for Poppy. This time a rebound by Thrasher.
Doniphan-Trumbull hit their first three, now have missed three-pointers in a row.
Yeah, starting to cool down a little bit as we're about halfway through, and Concordia's only heating up. Jackson Shepard, a big bucket. Now Doniphan-Trumbull taking the break. And we'll stay right here for the 30-second timeout for DT. Down by 9 right now, 12-3. Still trying to figure everything out. What does Doniphan-Trumbull have to do?
I think just settle down. It seems like Concordia is making Doniphan feel a little bit uncomfortable right now, which I would have thought it was the other way around with Doniphan-Trumbull trying to push the pace. But tell you what, Omaha Concordia right now are shooting lights out from beyond the arc, 2 of 3 so far. Doniphan-Trumbull did make a 3 on the first possession, but since then have missed three-pointers in a row. But talk about Concordia. There's another big-time shot for Shepard as he now has 5 points in the contest. 2 players have scored for Omaha Concordia, Drew Koulis with 7 and Jackson Shepard with 5.
Well, and the thing, too, with Shepard hitting that 3, Collinson was in his face. I mean, Collinson could not have been any higher up there without getting a foul.
Yeah.
And Shepard just called the game and hit it in his face.
Tell you what, good defense is sometimes overrun by the really good offense. So tip your hat.
Volk guarded by McCafferty. That, we talked about it. That's an interesting matchup.
Yes, it is, yeah.
Poppy driving in, kicks to Dedamore. Now Volk, pump fake for the 3, another kick out. They're running a 5-high offensive set for Doniphan-Trumbull. They love the drive and kick. McCafferty back down the other way. It's a fast break. Doesn't have numbers. Quick ball handling, dribbling down. Shot won't fall. Good rebound. McCafferty hit the deck.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's going to get up. That's just cement there. Is that?
I think he ran into Darren Wimberg of NTV down there.
I think he did.
Wow. And that poor Darren Lindbergh, that's a big dude coming right at you. But, man, McCafferty, I liked how he took that drive, wasn't able to finish. But talk about the steal. He was able to get down there quickly. But Donphan-Trumbull possession now.
Poppy loses it, kicks to Dedamore. Dedamore in the corner, can't get his hand on it, and it's another turnover. Coming into the game now for Concordia, that's Kyle Schneider and Elliot McCafferty. But overall, Omaha Concordia right now giving nothing on defense.
I don't expect Doniphan to be the team that is making or is causing turnover. They are being caused to force turnovers early on this one. Concordia doing a great job, something you don't really see out of Doniphan-Trumbull. So tip your cap to Concordia with their great game plan of pressuring the defensive side. And now Jack Poppy back the other way.
Yeah, Poppy, he'll score now. You can see the little limp in him, but he's still got the spring. He can go. It's just how long can he go for?
I mean, I tell you what, when he's not injured, he's one of the fastest guys I've ever seen on the basketball court in Class C in general. I mean, just so quick, but you can tell a little bit limpy.
That three ball won't fall. That was from Schneider. A little bit overzealous from the top of the key. Still a 7-point advantage, though, 12-5. Volk will head out. And Tyson Bennett, he'll come in.
He had an injury early on in the season, Tyson Bennett, so that's why he was not starting to start out this regular season for Doniphan-Trumbull, but now he's back in and he's ready to go in full health. Big-time player back for Doniphan-Trumbull.
Trying to get the ball inside to Collins, and he lost it. Was last touched, though, by Concordia.
It's always interesting to see what Doniphan-Trumbull does out of the baseline out of bounds. Always try to look back door or sneak something right at you.
Yeah. And then a charge going to be called, so Concordia getting the better of him that time. Poppy hit the deck. And with 2:11 left, it's going to be Omaha Concordia ball.
So they called on Poppy.
They did?
Poppy was the one that took the brunt of it and ended up on the court, but they do call the, I don't know if it was a moving screen or what it was.
Yeah, he wasn't quite set yet. I mean, he got ran through, but yeah, Poppy wasn't quite set on the screen. Driving in now, Thrasher will put it up. Thrasher shot won't fall. McCafferty, he gets the ball knocked away by Poppy. So now Jaden Williams taking the ball back up the court. Dedamore dribbles it off his foot, and it'll roll out of bounds.
I've just not seen Doniphan-Trumbull be this out of whack in forever. I would say maybe state tournament maybe a couple times, but I don't think it's been to this level before. It's all out of sorts. Not really much on the offensive side for Doniphan-Trumbull in terms of rhythm, and give big credit to that man, Quentin McCafferty. Yeah,
Omaha Concordia is forcing them to play a slower kind of basketball than they're used to.
Yeah, I agree, and there's a nice defense by Doniphan-Trumbull with the block inside.
Yeah, that was Poppy with the block. Thrasher had a good look inside, but off the pump fake, got the ball knocked out. Dedamore dribbling around, gets the double screen. Now McCafferty out on Dedamore.
One thing to notice, Omaha Concordia is willing to switch all 5 players.
Good look inside. That's a beautiful pass from Caden Dedamore. Man, that was a good looking pass inside to Collins, and he's able to finish it off. Now less than a minute to go, a 5-point ball game. Doniphan-Trumbull, the fans starting to shout a little bit more now. McCafferty lobbing it inside. McCafferty going to work, and he'll head to the free throw line.
Whew. I mean, he's a big dude to stop, and Doniphan-Trumbull not having that size, and Quentin McCafferty doing what he knows best, working inside the post, as you see him right here. I always love to see these court-side views because you see how physical it gets, and McCafferty has no. I think Jake Collinson committed the foul, and he had no choice but to foul McCafferty.
So Dedamore heading out, Jane Williams heading back into the game, and yeah, McCafferty, he's actually heading to Truman State, Missouri, to go play basketball.
Yeah, and obviously, really good kid, really good player, and definitely deserving to go play at Division II Truman State in Kirksville, Missouri.
Definitely. McCafferty checking out of the game for the last little bit of this quarter. Back to a 7-point game, 14-7, 40 seconds and a little bit less remaining here. Poppy played a ton of this first quarter, and he's even got some points and some defensive plays out of it. Now 25 seconds.
Doniphan-Trumbull really much like GICC in terms of holding the ball till the last second. So you'll see this clock run all the way down and Doniphan-Trumbull with the last second shot.
Poppy, spot up jumper, won't fall. Rebound back down the other way. Shots hoisted and it won't fall. It was last put up by Jackson Shepard, but we will take a break here at the end of quarter number 1, 14-7. Should be a great rest of the game. And let's take a look at a replay before this. Yeah, just a pull-up three from Jackson Shepard with Collinson right in his face. We'll take a break and be back for more on Strive.
Dinsdale Hyundai has created a better way to buy. We call it Your Way, and it's designed to let you decide the best way to buy your next car or SUV. Shop online, choose the vehicle you want, get a trade-in estimate, and more. You can even reserve a vehicle before it gets delivered to our lot. Of course, you can still stop by and talk to one of our friendly sales experts. No matter which way you choose, you'll get the same great customer service that you'd expect from Tom Dinsdale Hyundai. It's a new way, a better way, Your Way.
Coming right at you out of the break, I'm Bridger Cruz. With me, Trenton Turek. Trenton, you said only 3 scorers for Doniphan-Trumbull so far make up their 7 points.
Yeah, Jack Poppy had 2 in the first quarter. Jake Collinson had 2 as well. And Parker Volk hit the only 3 of the first quarter for Doniphan-Trumbull. Think at Concordia, they only had 3 players score as well. Drew Koulis with 7. And Quentin McCafferty with 2. And then Jackson Shepard with 5.
Yeah, good start of the game for Koulis, definitely.
Tell you what, they've been lighting it up from 3. Some big-time shots from beyond the arc for Concordia so far.
Yeah, and the question is, will it cool down at all?
It's hard to know because Concordia is a team that can kind of shoot it a lot and be able to shoot it accurately.
Definitely. Jaden Williams going inside. Now a charge going to be called on Jaden Williams.
And tell you what, Koulis did a great job on defense. It's textbook right there, setting up Williams. And Williams is kind of trying to plead his case right now, saying that Koulis flopped a little bit. Say what you will, but it was just textbook defense.
It was.
Knowing where you're at and getting that charge call against Jaden Williams, you're going to get that call, especially if you're able to see that arm being pushed off there by Jaden Williams.
Only the first foul on Williams. First foul of the second quarter for either team as well. Poppy gets the ball away, and talk about Jack Poppy. He's got it for 2. A little bit more spring in his step on that steal.
Even with an ankle that's tweaked, he wasn't supposed to play today, and he can still make plays like that.
Yeah.
Unbelievable athlete in Jack Poppy.
Really, really is. Guarding Kyle Schneider right now. Pulling up from three-point land, Jack Thrasher again, making it rain. And it's now an 8-point ball game, 17-9.
Well, I think that's your answer in terms of Concordia keep shooting the ball well from beyond the arc. Another big-time 3 for the Mustangs.
It has been the big thing. Coach Kellenberg actually said he wanted this to be a 3-point shootout because he felt he could win it. Parker Volk, he'll hit his second 3 of the day.
Big-time shot for Volk. He hit the first 3 of the game, and now hitting 1 in the second quarter. Parker Volk now with 6 in the contest.
Yeah, it was a much-needed 3 as well for a little bit of momentum for Doniphan-Trumbull. Now Jackson Shepard, thought about the 3, instead kicks it out to McCafferty. McCafferty a 3,
Oh,
that one goes.
Whoa.
3 back-to-back 3s in 3 possessions, and we're back to an 8-point ball game.
Concordia now 4 of 6 from shooting the ball beyond the arc.
That's a great number to start out your game. Dedamore driving in. Good move, got stopped. Now Poppy driving in, kicks out to Dedamore. Dedamore in the corner. Ball tapped away, and it's grabbed by Thrasher.
Good looking shot from Doniphan-Trumbull, not able to fall in though.
Yeah, good patient defense from Concordia to force them to get that three. Looking from three-point land, and another one. Jackson Shepard hits one, and now it's a double-digit ball game, 23-12.
I'll tell you what, Doniphan-Trumbull not doing a good job of switching. He's been open a couple times in that corner. You have to adjust to that with Concordia already having 5 threes in this first half. You have to adjust if you're Doniphan-Trumbull. Can't switch, or you can't be off your man that far.
Jack Poppy will head to the free throw line. Good drive in off the left side. But yeah, definitely, you've got to start to adjust to defend that three-point line a little bit better.
Yeah.
But tough thing is, you got to double McCafferty at all times. You got to have a guy high side, you got to have a guy low side on McCafferty, which is why they're getting Shepard open so much.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's kind of just pick your poison, right?
Yeah.
Which one are you going to give up? Well, usually you'd be like, I'm willing to give up the 3. Well, when Concordia, shooting 5 of 8 from the three-point line, what do you pick? That's the choice that Kellen Burr has faced now for Doniphan-Trumbull.
Poppy almost gets his own board. Instead, it's pulled down by McCafferty. 10-point ball game, 4:40 left to go into this second quarter. Looking inside, Shepard, that ball, he's going to lose it. Good defense from Poppy. Collinson will head in for Poppy. So now Doniphan-Trumbull back down the other end. The offense not wanting it to go stagnant. That was something that GICC coaches talked about a lot, is you cannot have a stagnant offense. Same goal right now for Doniphan-Trumbull.
Just want to keep that rhythm throughout the course of the game. Be able to have that confidence to score whenever you can and whenever you're given the opportunity.
Jaden Williams has it in the post, backing his man out. Throws up the shot, it won't fall, and he's fouled there by Thrasher.
Just a good post feed into Jaden Williams. He's been playing all 4 years. He started as a freshman, and you see the experience come into play here as he just backs down his defender and gets the foul called and then goes to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, he's committed right now to Hastings College to play football. Played quarterback at Doniphan-Trumbull, averaged 140 yards per game. He had 40 touchdown passes and over 5,000 career yards.
I would say Doniphan-Trumbull has some pretty good athletes on their team. Of course, Omaha Concordia as well, but boy, man, all these athletes being showcased here in this game is unbelievable.
It truly is, especially for a C1 game. Only at 1 o'clock. I mean, we still got 4 games to go after this.
The truth? Yeah.
Kudlis at the three-point line. Would drive all the way in. Good pass into Shepard. In just big-time moments and big-time plays right now for Omaha Concordia.
Just having the right players at the right spot, drive inside the paint by Kudlis, and then just a simple drop down once Doniphan-Trumbull comes at you with the double team. I mean, just unbelievable.
Jane Williams taking his men all the way down, finishing through contact.
Williams now has 3 points, all coming in the second quarter.
Yeah, Williams, they could use him getting active. Now he's got the ball, gives it over to Dedamore. Dedamore gets his pocket stripped by Kudlis. 2-on-1 there. Kudlis handled that perfectly. Kudlis kicks it out to Schneider. Schneider inside, and he's got it. Kyle Schneider, an explosive bucket. And we're back to an 11-point game. It's like anytime Doniphan-Trumbull does something, Omaha Concordia is going to do 2 things.
You see good teams be able to respond to adversity, and right now, Omaha Concordia, anything Doniphan does, they have a counterpunch for it, if you will.
A foul going to be called. That'll fall on Elliot McCafferty.
Foul number 20, Elliot McCafferty. Checking in for Doniphan, Jack Poppy.
And if we take a look at it, he was just fine. It was just a little bit of body.
Yep. Yeah, it had nothing to do with the arms of the Concordia defender, just kind of getting that body, and that was what's called. So baseline out of bounds for Doniphan-Trumbull.
Jane Williams just lobs it into Volk. Poppy, college line 3, rebounded by McCafferty. And I wonder if that does affect even a little bit just in that first quarter. Looking at, you're not shooting from that black line, you're shooting from the white three-point line.
I kind of thought about that too. Whether it affects a player or not, I don't know. I haven't ever played. I usually didn't play anyways, but it's something that you do have to adjust to with having 2 three-point lines down and a feed inside to McCafferty.
That's good defense too by by Doniphan-Trumbull, force the lob, and then get McCafferty off balance.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what you got to do. And sometimes McCafferty, he can make those shots, but you have to take your chance with that fadeaway shot from McCafferty. Now Doniphan-Trumbull with the basketball.
Jaden Williams will pull from three-point land. He's got it. Now 6 points on the day for Jaden Williams. He's starting to heat up, and it's an 8-point ball game.
Tell you what, the senior's starting to make some big-time shots in this second quarter for Doniphan-Trumbull, trying to pull him a little bit closer, as now Doniphan-Trumbull 3 of 8 from beyond the arc.
Lobbing it inside of McCafferty. Poppy gets the ball, strips it away. Doniphan-Trumbull wants a foul.
The thing is, I don't think McCafferty, I would say he didn't even mean to push Poppy like that, but when he's so big, and Poppy, let's be honest, he's not the
biggest guy, no.
I mean, he's tall, but I would say he doesn't have as much muscle, definitely. And so McCafferty kind of nudging him a little bit, and Doniphan fans wanted a foul called for that, but I would say just McCafferty's a big dude, and he's a gentle giant. He wouldn't ever try to do that.
And overall, that's just great defense from Poppy.
Yes, exactly. Jack Poppy being in the right position, and we're going to get a foul called on Doniphan-Trumbull, and Jaden Williams going to pick up his second.
Jaden Williams will pick up another. He was pushing a little bit before, but it was the extension of the arm that did it again.
Yeah, and yeah, absolutely. And now if you're Doniphan-Trumbull, you just have to keep your head. You feel like a couple of calls that maybe should have been your way. Now we're going to get a timeout by Concordia.
Yeah, Omaha Concordia able to get the break off in time. Just a 30-second timeout. So we'll stay here with it. An 8-point ball game, a little bit of frustration showing between coaches and referees, just a little bit. But when you're in that huddle, you got to make sure, relax your team. You know, you can't fix the referees, but you can fix how you play. So keep your team locked in, keep them motivated. Overall, though, a good timeout for Omaha Concordia to be able to keep that possession. They're up 8 right now. They won ahead into halftime. Definitely up by 8 or more.
And now you see Doniphan-Trumble's fans trying to get behind this team, trying to support him. They know that maybe they haven't got a couple of those calls that could have went their way, but now you have to play good defense. You're down by 8. You've been behind most of this game, and now you have a chance to play defense and maybe go back on the offensive end and cut it to maybe within 6 or 5.
Well, it's all about one score at a time, right?
Yes.
One defensive possession at a time, then you look to the next offensive score. You're not looking to get all 8 points back or stop 3 straight possessions. You're looking for the first one, the first stop.
Yeah, that's what coaches would say, and there's one right there. A good stop for Doniphan-Trumbull as McCafferty throws that one away on first turnover. But like you said, there's a reason there's not an 8-point shot. There's a reason there's not a 7-point shot. It's a 3-point shot because it allows you one step at a time. You know, take one possession every single time for Doniphan-Trumbull. And that's got to be the mentality right now that head coach Kellen Bird is telling his Cardinal team.
Parker Volk inside, got Poppy wide open off a back door. A beautifully set up play, and then Poppy able to get a nice lay-in. A 2-possession ball game now. Omaha Concordia had 2 unforced turnovers for them, and they're going to have to make a play.
And now the crowd with Doniphan-Trumbull behind him with 45 seconds left to go.
That shot missed by Elliott McCafferty. 40 seconds, down 11, but only 6 points separate these two teams. Tyson Bennett rolling off the screen, ball poked away. That's Quentin McCafferty. Good defense by him, so now 25 seconds. Koulis just going to walk the ball up the court and play in for last shot. Koulis almost getting the ball picked away by Dedamore. 10 seconds left now. Koulis got to do something with it. Koulis playing well. 5 seconds, puts up the shot, and it'll fall. Koulis, a good bucket. Jack Poppy heaves it down. That won't fall, but my goodness. Koulis was getting harassed the entire time, and he was able to keep his composure, keep it rolling, and then he got it in for the floater. Talk about persistency. That's it.
Yeah, absolutely, and that spin in the paint and just the ability to have the body control, to have the patience, and to put it in for the final bucket of the half.
We're going to send it down now to Elijah Mosier. He's down there getting himself ready to roll with head coach of Omaha Concordia. Elijah, let's hear what he's got to say.
At halftime with Ken Koulis, you head into the half with a lead. Any halftime adjustments you're planning on making?
Well, I mean, they're shooting the 3 ball right now. We got to be out on them. I mean, that's kind of It's kind of what they do. They're going pick and pop on the wing pick and roll stuff. We haven't been great on it. We've been okay on the wing pick and roll, but I mean, we got to be better. They've gotten the action that they want, and we're going to be better on it second half.
Quinn McCaffrey only has 2 points heading into the break. Any plans to try to get him some more action down low?
Well, we've been getting good action out of our other guys, and if people are going to double him, we have good enough players to score in other places. So we're going to take what the defense gives us. We hope to get him the ball, but if they're going to front and back him, we're going to go somewhere else.
All right, best of luck heading into the second half.
Thank you.
All right, Bridger, back up to you.
Okay. And we'll be right back here in a second. I'm Bridger Cruz, with me, Trenton Turek here for the Heartland Hoops Classic. We'll take a break and be right back for basketball action in a moment.
Tom Dinsdale Hyundai has created a better way to buy. We call it Your Way, and it's designed to let you decide the best way to buy your next car or SUV. Shop online, choose the vehicle you want, get a trade-in estimate, and more. You can even reserve a vehicle before it gets delivered to our lot. Of course, you can still stop by and talk to one of our friendly sales experts. No matter which way you choose, you'll get the same great customer service that you'd expect from Tom Dinsdale Hyundai. It's a new way, a better way, your way.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends, it's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank, growing together.
Go get it, Zach!
Sportsmanship is facing every challenge in a competition and staying respectful through it all.
Good sportsmanship goes beyond the game. It starts with respect.
Showing good sportsmanship can not only represent yourself in a good way, but also your school and your community.
Sportsmanship means playing the game the right way and treating others fair and with respect.
Back like we never left. I'm Bridger Cruz, with me, Trent Turek, here on Strive Sports. It's the Heartland Hoops Classic, and it's game 2, and my, is it a classic? Omaha Concordia up by 8, 29-21. It's been back and forth. A late surge by Doniphan-Trumbull put it within 6, but then the last second shot by Koulis to put it at 8.
Tell you what, Koulis has had a great first half. I believe he ended up having close to 9 points in that first half. So Koulis, a couple of threes to start out the game, and then you see the shiftiness of Drew Koulis at the end of the first half. Drove inside the paint, and a beautiful spin around floater that went to give the Mustangs a 29-21 lead. I think the story of the game, though, so far is Jack Poppy playing for Donphian-Trumbull. Did not expect him early on in this game. Did not expect him at all, actually. He did warm up, but we were told he would not play. And then all of a sudden, he comes into the game. He has 7 points in the first half for Donphian-Trumbull. He does lead the way for the Cardinals with a team-high 7 points. Jake Collinson, the senior, had 2. Parker Volk had 6, and then Jaden Williams had 6 as well. 29-21, and then the scoring points. Omaha Concordia had a 7-point lead in that first quarter, and then in the second quarter they outscored Doniphan-Trumbull 15-14 to take that 8-point lead into the halftime break.
Yeah, Omaha Concordia doing a good job so far. One, when you're shooting the 3 ball that well, it really works out. McCaffrey, it didn't look inside to him too often, but that's the reason they're getting 3 balls, is because Doniphan-Trumbull has a guy on the top of him and a guy on the bottom, and then another guy. They'll have 3 guys on him when he's got the ball, and all of them are there hacking. They're there making it hard on him. And right now, when you have Shepard, when you have Thrasher, when you have Koulis shooting this well, you don't need him to be that threat that he normally is scoring-wise, but know he's available.
Yeah.
And yeah, coming into the second half, it should be interesting to see what adjustments Doniphan-Trumbull makes, because when they start to heat up and they get comfortable offensively, they're as aggressive as any team, but the slow start was really what caused this for them.
Yeah, absolutely. And, not adjusting to the great three-point shooting by Concordia. They ended up with 5 threes, did the Mustangs in that first half. So 15 of their 29 points coming from beyond the arc. And then Doniphan-Trumbull did have 3 threes as well. They heated up maybe a little bit as the game went along. But, yeah, definitely it's interesting to see what will happen once we start the second quarter or second half.
Yeah, talking about adjustments, here comes Doniphan-Trumbull out now, getting ready to roll. Well, this is Bridger Cruz, and this is Trenton Turek. We'll be back in a bit.
At Strive Education, we understand that the world is digital and that teaching digital media and broadcasting in the classroom can be overwhelming.
That's where we step in. We offer personalized coaching and innovative curriculum, guiding educators to integrate these critical skills into their teaching.
Our programs transform classrooms into future-ready environments, ensuring students are well-equipped for the ever-evolving digital workforce.
To learn more about how we can serve you, go to strive.education today.
Just shop, click, drive your next vehicle at Tom Dinsdale. You can shop our entire inventory from the comfort and convenience of your own home. Just select a vehicle and create your deal. Get an estimate for your trade-in, choose your finance or lease option, and Tom Dinsdale will deliver your new vehicle and any final paperwork directly to your door. It's as simple as shop, click, drive. Buy a vehicle the way you want. Easy, convenient, and hassle-free. Just shop, click, drive your new vehicle at dinsdaleauto.net.
Back now quickly out of the break to the beautiful Heartland Event Center. I'm Bridger Cruz, with me Trent Turek. Little under 3 minutes to go here until game time. And let's hear what Coach Kellen Burr of Doniphan-Trumbull has to say. He's on the sideline with Elijah Mosier right now.
All right, here with Coach Burr of Doniphan-Trumbull. Down 8 at the break. What's kind of your game plan? What are your adjustments heading to the second half?
Yeah, well, obviously Jack Poppy gets cleared at the 7-minute mark. Wasn't planning on that, so that helped our cause. They hit some shots that characteristically we hadn't seen, so I'll wear that one in the first half. That one's on me. And we got back to kind of playing defense how we played all year there at the end and settled in, withstood the run.
All right, they're hitting a lot of threes, but they're also coming back and forcing a lot of turnovers. How do you adjust for their physical defense?
Yeah, I mean, they are what they are. Our kids are doing a nice job competing physically. We got to keep clearing the glass.
All right, best of luck in the second half.
Yep, thanks, guys.
All right, Bridger, up to you.
So glad Elijah's here helping us out today. Always some insightful stuff from Coach Kellen Burr. The story with Poppy, it's kind of crazy, I guess, how he was able to play all week. I talked to Coach, and he goes just day to day, day to day. I talked to him today, and he goes, Poppy's not going to be able to play. And then he was cleared live in the first quarter. They cleared him to be able to play, and he's already made an impact.
I tell you what, and I'm not the biggest fan of surprises, but if you're a Doniphan-Trumbull fan, you're definitely going to take that surprise with Jack Poppy playing. And coming out of the break, still looks like his ankle is going to be able to hopefully maintain itself. It's not been the Jack Poppy that we've seen, but still a phenomenal athlete that even when he's not 100%, he's an impact player. Still has 7 points, leads the way for Doniphan-Trumbull. So I really am interested how Doniphan-Trumbull is going to adjust on defense, because we've seen Concordia make 5 threes in that first half. How is Doniphan-Trumbull going to switch? It's tough to when you have McCaffrey inside. You always try to keep 2 guys around him. But for Doniphan-Trumbull, if you're going to have to maybe stick to your man a little bit more and not help defenses, it's going to be tough. And it's interesting to see what head coach Kellen Burr, he's a master at being able to adjust at the halftime break. So I want to see what Doniphan-Trumbull will do to improve. And then for Concordia, I mean, at this point, I don't know if you change much. Three-point shooting, when it's going, it's working great. Keep it going, and Quint McCaffrey's having a nice day. He's feeding it to Drew Koulis, who's had a phenomenal first half as well for the Mustangs. But for Concordia, keep doing what you're doing, but you know Doniphan-Trumbull is going to have something to say about letting this game slip away, and they're going to have an answer back.
Oh, most definitely, yeah. We'll see an answer from Concordia. They're going to have the ball first. Don't be surprised if you see a press-on makes for Doniphan-Trumbull.
That's true,
A lot of times when you're getting beat from that three-point line, teams will try to throw in the press to get a faster-paced offense, and that's what Doniphan-Trumbull rolls with. Concordia had their way of controlling the pace. I wouldn't be surprised if you see a press from Doniphan-Trumbull, and maybe you don't get a steal out of it, but you at least speed up the game.
Exactly. That's a great point that you made. Even if you don't get the turnover, you try to make Concordia feel a little bit different, sort of make him go out of rhythm. Sometimes that does a lot more mentally than it does physically in terms of steals, but you can mess up some of these offensive rhythm by putting on a press.
You most definitely can. And now we're right back into action. They lob it into McCafferty early. McCafferty going to work, blocked. A great block from Jack Poppy. And that's Thrasher able to get it back for himself. Thrasher just lobs it up, but that's what they do. They keep the two guys, and they have one guy stunt in, and that's what's been working so well so far.
Yeah, now with Donphan-Trumbull, you see Tyson Bennett face guarding Koulis the whole time. He's not going to let him get an inch of space, as Koulis had a couple of threes in that first half.
So now Concordia, a little bit longer offensive possession for them. They lob it up to McCafferty. That ball popped away. He somehow gets it back, can't finish. Rebound by Poppy.
3 Donphan-Trumbull Cardinals down in the paint trying to stop Quentin McCafferty. They do get the defensive rebound, so now Donphan-Trumbull can cut the lead.
And then Parker Volk right out of the gate hits the three-pointer. He had the first 3 of the game, and he's got the first points of this second half as well.
9 points in the contest, all coming from the three-point line, 3 threes for Parker Volk.
Big time plays. Another missed shot for Concordia, and it's Doniphan-Trumbull back down the other way. Poppy driving in, hoists it up. I don't know how he put it in. He honey dipped it twice, spun it around, and then just flipped it up, and he put it in.
I thought he was going to travel with it, and me and you both looked at each other like, how did that go in?
I have no idea, and then it's a missed shot from Sunday. Now just a one-possession ball game for Doniphan-Trumbull. Parker Volk, ball handoff to Bennett. Bennett inside to Dedamore. Dedamore gets bumped, and now a foul called. That'll fall on Jack Thrasher.
Tell you what, to start the third quarter, 5-0 run by the Cardinals, and they're back within 3 after being down 8 at the halftime break. So we talked about Kellen Burr already making those adjustments, and Doniphan-Trumbull doing a great job, and now have the chance to tie it here on this possession with 3.
Right now, Concordia, you just got to relax. You're rushing shots. You're trying to play to Doniphan-Trumbull's rhythm, which not many teams can. And now another foul, back-to-back fouls on Jack Thrasher.
Correct me if I'm wrong, is that his 4th?
I think that will be his 4th.
Wow.
Yeah, that's his. So Jack Thrasher picks up foul number 4 with 6:02 left to go in the third.
Wow. And we kind of saw what GICC Jack Alberts for Grand Island Central Catholic in the first game had 4 fouls, but man, Jack Thrasher, that's a big loss for Concordia in terms of having to sit somebody on the bench with foul trouble.
Dedamore, pump fake, thought about the step back 3. Man, we'd have went nuts if that one went in.
I was waiting for him to do it because he's been able to make that shot, but decides not to, and will work it around with the Doniphan-Trumbull offense.
Now Poppy got it inside to Williams, backdoor cut, Tyson Bennett! And now it's a 1-point ball game.
So that's why he waited to shoot the 3, because then you had that back cut by Bennett. Wow, great job by Doniphan-Trumbull. Now back within 1.
Schneider's got the basketball. This Doniphan-Trumbull side, it's only 15, 20 minutes from Doniphan-Trumbull to Grand Island. So a nice home showing for them. But for Omaha Concordia, they got a great crowd in here as well.
Tell you what, there's a good showing for the Mustang faithful as well.
And now a charge. Jackson Shepard going to be calling for the charge.
Tell you what, early in the first half, we saw Jane Williams get called for a charge. Now he's going to take the charge. How about it, the senior, putting his body out on the line and getting the huge foul call. That can really flip a game as it's now been a 7-0 run by the Cardinals and now a chance to take the lead.
And that foul could have gone either way. I mean, if you're a fan of DT, you're going to see it as right. Concordia, you're going to see it, and we can't even, that's a tough call.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a tough one. But now a 1-point ball game. Jane Williams has it inside. Looking for a shot, just kicks it out to Volk. Volk, ball snagged away, and it'll stay here with Doniphan-Trumbull. It's poked away by Sunday. I'd like to see him get a little bit more aggressive. Coach Bird talked, and he was really keying in on Sunday and knowing just how good he is and how much he can affect a ball game. Yeah. I'd like to see him get a little bit more active this second half.
Tell you what, maybe when a big opportunity arises, maybe we will see Sunday make that big-time play. We saw it in the first game with Thomas Birch making a big play when needed at the end of the game. So wouldn't be surprised. Wow, what a move inside by Doniphan-Trumbull.
And then Jane Williams hits the deck. So it's back down the other way. Good chance here for Concordia. Drew Koulis, a skip pass. Inside they want McCafferty, and McCafferty No shot, but fouled on the floor. That foul's on Jack Collinson. Jack Collinson's going to have to start being careful as well with what fouls he's picking up. That's his second.
A nice job by Concordia just moving the ball around. Doniphan-Trumbull so quick they can be able to switch around like that, but with the great passing at Concordia, Collinson just a little bit late.
Kulis driving in, kicking out. Schneider for 3. Won't fall. Quick rebound by Jane Williams. Numbers, they're about the same. Dedamore will fly in there, and it's going to be a travel on Doniphan-Trumbull and Caden Dedamore.
Just shuffled his feet a little bit too much. And tell you what, though, Concordia maybe being a little stagnant now from beyond the arc. Now they're 5 of 11 at the halftime break. They're shooting 40%, but now it's starting to dwindle a little bit more. Or it was actually 50%. Now it's starting to dwindle a little bit more for the Mustangs.
Yeah, Concordia's got to relax a little bit. Schneider for 3. That won't fall. Rebound by Dedamore. So now Dedamore with the ball, still a 1-point advantage to Concordia.
Mustangs have not scored in 4 minutes.
No.
They have not scored in this third quarter at all. So it's give credit to Doniphan-Trumbull, but if you're Concordia, you got to find that rhythm that you had in the first half.
Jane Williams inside. Ball blocked away. Good defense from Concordia. Coach Burr wanting a foul. And now Concordia back down the other way. Good shot, pushed up and in. And finally, it's Carter Sunday, as we talked about him. He gets the first bucket, and it's back to a 3-point game. And sometimes a team, all they need is that first bucket.
Yeah, it's always such a mental thing, right? Being able to get that first bucket, and now you get the steal.
Kulis down the other way. Dedamore can't get there. And it's 4 straight, back to a 5-point game for Concordia.
Tell you what, just kind of what we've been talking about. It makes us feel a little bit better, right? When we're right at sometimes. We're usually not, but this time we were.
Dedamore for 3. Can't hit it, gets his own rebound. Gets it over to Volk. Volk, a wide open 3-pointer. That's going to fall. 2-point ball game again. A full timeout taken here in Grand Island. We'll take a break, and it's a 2-point ball game. Omaha Concordia, their lead is dwindling.
Just shop, click, drive your next vehicle at Tom Dinsdale. You can shop our entire inventory from the comfort and convenience of your own home. Just select a vehicle and create your deal. Get an estimate for your trade-in, choose your finance or lease option, and Tom Dinsdale will deliver your new vehicle and any final paperwork directly to your door. It's as simple as shop, click, drive. Buy a vehicle the way you want. Easy, convenient, and hassle-free. Just shop, click, drive your new vehicle at DinsdaleAuto.net.
It was a full timeout taken by Doniphan-Trumbull after Parker Volk hit a wide open 3-pointer to cut the lead back to 2, but we sat at a 1-point game for the longest time, and Doniphan-Trumbull wasn't able to get over that hump. Now a 2-point game at Concordia, a chance to lengthen that lead.
Yeah, I tell you what, I want to talk about Parker Volk just a little bit more. Coming into this game, we thought he was going to be the guy that you'd go to. Jack Poppy is in, but Parker Volk, 12 points, 4 threes.
Yeah.
That's always it's just been beyond the arc. 4 threes. He has 4 of the 5 threes made by Doniphan-Trumbull.
Averaging 13 points a game, only 1 point away from his average. Inside, driving in, Sunday over the top. And it's going to be a blocking foul called on Dedamore.
Didn't take Sunday quite too long to get really going. We talked about him earlier and drive inside, and that's a call that can go both ways.
I do like that as a blocking call. Sunday did a good job. He stayed straight up the entire time. Dedamore, while he was there, yes, Sunday didn't impede the contact. He didn't impede the space of Dedamore at all. That's the right call. So Sunday misses the shot. Now we're at a 4-point game again. Poppy dribbling the ball up the court. Volk inside, kicks to Poppy. Only 2 minutes left in this third. Been quick so far.
Wow.
And talk about it, Parker Volk. Hold up the hand, but don't put a 3 up, put up a 5. 15 points and 3-pointers today.
Unbelievable. Bringing Doniphan-Trumbull back within 1, and now you get the Doniphan-Trumbull crowd on your side. See if the Cardinals, they need to clamp down on defense and get a stop here.
Yes, they do. It'd be much needed. Long pass over to Sunday in the corner. Kulis driving in the jumper, won't go, rebounded by Poppy. Good looking shot there for Kulis, just a lot of hands in his face. Dedamore driving in. Kulis, that's good defense.
So do you keep feeding the hot hand to Doniphan-Trumbull with Volk? He has the basketball now.
I think you do, but you don't force it.
Yep.
Poppy hit it again somehow. Foul going to be called. They'll see if it's before the shot. I think it'll be before the shot, unless they deem it was in a shooting motion.
And
yeah, not in a shooting motion.
One thing to point out, though, so Concordia, that will be their 4th foul of the third quarter. So you got 53 seconds to work with, but any fouls committed by Concordia from here on out will result in 2 shots.
Yeah, and that's what you're looking for. You're looking to get to the free throw line. If you got an open shot, take it, but for sure look for something with a little bit of contact, see if you can't get to the line.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dedamore driving in. Pump fake for him, lofts it up, shot won't fall, rebounded by Kulis. Like the shot defensively, though, that's great defense. Get on, stay aggressive, and then pull off right when he's about to shoot it.
Yep, absolutely, and like you said, make that happen, and then I think Dedamore is a guy that you trust with that shot. He's been a 4-year varsity player for this team of Doniphan-Trumbull. Now Concordia going to play for the last shot.
20 seconds to go now. We saw this work out well for Kulis to end the half. And now it's Sunday driving in, lofts it up. It won't go. Quick rebound, though. That won't go either. Shot was put up by Shepard. More chaos. Kulis again. Kulis can't hit. And now 2 seconds. Collinson will just hold it in bounds. And it's a 1-point game heading into quarter number 4. 35-34. Omaha Concordia, a stagnant third quarter, and they're still up by 1. Doniphan-Trumbull starting to fight their way back. I'm Bridger Cruz, with me Trenton Turek on Strive Sports here at the Heartland Hoops Classic, and we'll be right back after the break.
At Strive Education, we understand that the world is digital and that teaching digital media and broadcasting in the classroom can be overwhelming.
That's where we step in. We offer personalized coaching and innovative curriculum, guiding educators to integrate these critical skills into their teaching.
Our programs transform classrooms into future-ready environments, ensuring students are well-equipped for the ever-evolving digital workforce.
To learn more about how we can serve you, go to strive.education today.
You want to talk about every quarter mattering, Trenton. This is a perfect example of it. At halftime, we were at 29-21, an 8-point lead, and although Doniphan-Trumbull won the quarter handedly in terms of scoring, they're still down by 1.
Yeah, that's because in that first quarter, they're down 14-7, so you have to make up that extra ground, and you're talking about in the third quarter, Concordia did not score, get this, until the 3:25 mark in the third quarter, so about 4 minutes and let's say 40-some seconds, almost 4 minutes, 40 seconds until the Mustangs scored in that third quarter, but they still maintain a 1-point lead. Should be a really good fourth quarter.
Yes, it should. Just a 1-point ball game. Doniphan-Trumbull's got it first. Jaden Williams in the post, kicks to Volk. Poppy lobbing it in, gets it into Williams, and an and one. The lead now to the Cardinals. And Jaden Williams, man, talk about the perfectly placed pass. Let's take a look at this. Poppy over the top, Kulis coming in, and then Williams fighting through contact. And that all worked out because you have McCafferty guarding Volk. So the lane is very, very open. And Williams misses the free throw, and we're at a 1-point game again.
I thought it was Concordia on the offense there for a second because that was a lob. I thought it was going to be McCafferty on offense for Concordia, but this time you see Donphan-Trumbull use the lob, and then Jaden Williams with the big-time bucket, and the first time Donphan-Trumble's had the lead
all game.
All game.
Yeah. Simple shot missed by Sunday. McCafferty going to clean it up. He's got another bucket. Been kind of quiet. He's had his minutes and he's had his time, but defensively is where he's thrived today.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just a guy overall team player, and Donphan-Trumbull almost throws away, and they will as Quinn McCafferty now picks up the steal.
Yeah, good try by Williams, but when you got a 6'10" dude on the court, he's probably going to get his hands on the basketball.
Yeah, usually we'll get that jump ball most of the time.
Sunday will be called for the charge.
Second charge taken by Jaden Williams. He's starting to make his case for player of the game in this fourth quarter. Let's go ahead and look at it. Great drive inside as Bennett got beat, but then Williams
Very
there.
set, yeah. That's textbook. I like the ref too. He kind of winded up for it. He let it get quiet.
Yeah.
He built the hands, and then he went for it.
And then he says, yep, it's a charge, big-time play for Donphan-Trumbull. Now they're down by 1, 37-36. Now you can use that charge to your advantage and take the lead back.
As that foul fell on Sunday, that's his fourth as well. And the turnaround is good for Poppy. And it's back to a 1-point ball game again. Another lead change in this fourth quarter.
Jack Poppy now with 11 in the contest. He averages about 14 a game.
Good looking shot for Thrasher, but the offensive boards gonna get it done for Concordia. And just flip-flop for these two teams right now.
Yeah, that's what we want. It's kind of like the first game we saw. We've had really two good games so far, and that's going to continue on as we still have about 4 more games to go this afternoon, so all going to be brought to you on Strive. So really good afternoon of basketball being played so far.
Doniphan-Trumbull really slowing down this offense right now, taking their time with it. They get it back into the hands of their ball handler in Dedamore.
Start to hear the Mustang crowd trying to will their defense to get a big-time stop. Big time in the game. You know, teams are going back and forth.
Parker Volk missed it off the side of the rim, but now it'll go off to Poppy. Neither of them can finish it, and a rebound now by Dedamore. Dedamore driving in and a foul called. In a long, grinded-out possession. 2 good stops for Concordia. Volk, he hit it off the side of the backboard, gets his own rebound, then you force a tough 3 from Poppy, but then Dedamore gets it back. And I like the idea to try to show yourself in the shooting motion, but when you're behind the basket, probably not going to be caught on the shot.
What's crazy to me is that's McCafferty's first foul.
Yeah.
You know, it's just unbelievable, his discipline for that being his first foul in the game, but for Donphan-Trumbull, you get a second chance opportunity.
Jane Williams kicks it out to Volk. Volk for 3. Won't fall, and now a foul going to be called. That's foul number 4 on Omaha Concordia with 5:18 left.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of uh-oh zone now for Omaha Concordia, and so let's see this foul. What happened here, I believe?
I think it was after the shot. It was
Koulis. Great shot there, being able to get that spot. And yeah, Koulis going to pick up his second foul.
Koulis 2 fouls. Sunday's got 4.
Yeah.
As the Sunday's faced with 4. Poppy the spot up jumper. That'll go.
Decide that it's finally going to roll in the rim. I thought for a second it was maybe going to spiral out, but Jack Poppy gets the 360 to go in.
Thrasher looking around, kicks it over to Shepard. McCafferty, man, a good-looking shot.
Ooh.
Just rims out for him. Dedamore, quick cross. Looking inside, a skip pass to Volk. Volk hit the shot. Are they going to count
Nope,
it?
because McCafferty went through the body of Jaden Williams. So for Doniphan-Trumbull, in a sense, it almost hurts you that there's a foul called on Jaden Williams because he took another hit by Quentin McCafferty. McCafferty going to pick up his second now, but yeah, it could have been a 3-point shot there for Parker Volk, but
yeah. So he went through Volk actually, or not Volk. He went through Poppy.
Interesting. So Poppy's going to get it.
Yeah, Poppy hit the deck. That's the second foul on McCafferty, 5th team foul. So now for the rest of the game, Doniphan-Trumbull shooting 2 free throws.
It's huge because Doniphan-Trumbull has 0 fouls.
Yeah.
Compared to Concordia now having to keep in the back of your mind that you're going to be having to play with 5 fouls. If you foul Doniphan-Trumbull, it's going to be 2 shots the other way. So, boy, right now it's kind of like Concordia kind of playing with fire, trying to get past this moment, because for the rest of the way out, you got to play solid defense without fouling. Otherwise, Doniphan-Trumbull will go into the free throw line. And I'm not really sure right now, Bridger, what's the discussion going on between the officials down on the court?
I don't know, because you gave him his 1 free throw. So I don't know, like, I don't know if you're talking about the foul, because I mean, you gave him his first free throw. Like, that is come and gone. But now we're looking at the second one. Are they looking to see if they got the right guy?
You wouldn't think if he shot the free throw already that, or could, as we're, I don't know, bear with us, folks, as we try to.
Yeah, so they're talking to the scoring table right now.
Hopefully our PA announcer will be able to provide us some insight on what's going on.
Yeah, it's a long break, too. Coaches are going to confer. I don't know I just want to know what we're talking about. That's why.
Okay,
they got the guy wrong, because Jaden Williams, you were right.
So now you have to scratch out the free throw then.
Yes, they're scratching out the free throw, and Jaden Williams will shoot it.
I was like, I thought Williams was that guy
That's what I thought, too.
Ran over by Quinn McCafferty. So, yep, so they take the point off the scoreboard, so it's still 40-39, and then Jaden Williams will have 2 shots. So, yeah, got it all figured out.
Kudos to the ref for getting it right, for making sure it's right, for taking the time to get it right. You can appreciate that as a fan.
Yeah, and, that's the job of the official, right? Make the game, even though it was already shot, things like that. But they did get it right in the end, and Williams to the line. And he will make both free throws. So in the end, it works out the way for Doniphan-Trumbull no matter what. Now they lead by 3.
Concordia here still very much so in this. That hot 3-point shooting, they just got to get a bucket.
Yep.
Kulish trips, calling for the travel. A timeout taken by Concordia. A full timeout for Concordia taken. Doniphan-Trumbull wants to travel, but we would like a break, so we're going to take one. Bridger Cruz, Trenton Turek here on Strive, and we'll be back.
Go get it, Zach!
Tom Dinsdale Hyundai has created a better way to buy. We call it Your Way, and it's designed to let you decide the best way to buy your next car or SUV. Shop online, choose the vehicle you want, get a trade-in estimate, and more. You can even reserve a vehicle before it gets delivered to our lot. Of course, you can still stop by and talk to one of our friendly sales experts. No matter which way you choose, you'll get the same great customer service that you'd expect from Tom Dinsdale Hyundai. It's a new way, a better way, your way.
Back quickly out of the break. Seeing some excited students. That's Doniphan-Trumbull right there. Again, only 15 minutes away from Doniphan-Trumbull here at the Heartland Events Center. And Doniphan-Trumbull usually has a good showing of fans at their games. A very excited community of Doniphan and Trumbull. Not one town. The team, the high school is in Doniphan, though. We can confirm that high school is in Doniphan. But now Omaha Concordia, and McCafferty misses the shot. Good look for him. Second one won't fall, and it's thrown out of bounds, and will stay here with Concordia. Couple shots like that for McCafferty, though, really making it tough on McCafferty. I mean, Doniphan-Trumbull's doing a phenomenal job of getting that done. So now Shepard to pass the ball, and they get it inside, and
oh boy,
just gonna rim out for Thrasher.
It's kind of seemed like that's been the way the second half has been for Concordia. You try to get those good looks, and then just a little bit doesn't go your way, and we'll look at the replay here. Almost goes all the way down, and then at the last second.
And those are such disheartening ones too, because you look at that and you hit your free throws, and you know what you're thinking about? This could have been 3 points. This could have been 3 points.
We could be tied.
Yeah, but you got to look at this as we just got 3 offensive rebounds, and this is a 1-point game again.
Yeah, so big-time free throws there for Concordia. Now a 1-point game, 42-41. We're about halfway home in this fourth quarter.
Williams had his man sealed. That would have been a tough angle for Bennett to try to get there.
Yeah, Bennett wasn't the quarterback in the fall. It was Jaden Williams, like you said. So I don't know if he had the ability to make that pass inside there.
Papio drive in, lose it off his foot. McCafferty pops it forward over to Shepard. Back down the other way. Sunday lays it in for 2. And now a 1-point ball game going to Concordia. As we talked about him, Sunday starting to heat up.
Yep, and the right moments at the right time, and he has all of his points in the second half now. So tell you what, 6 points in the second half has helped Concordia, even though they trailed for a little bit, had the lead most of the time, get back in front of the lead, and with the lead now up by 1.
So now Doniphan-Trumbull. Concordia forced their hand. Lob inside to Williams. They get it to go, and Williams hits it. Another beautiful lob from Poppy to Williams, usually the other way around.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's the second time they've done that in the second half. Adjustment by head coach Kellen Burr, and it's worked both times.
3 minutes remaining now, a 1-point ball game. Concordia faced with this again. And a timeout taken by Concordia. Yeah, great defense. There, we'll stay right here. It was Kulis with the ball. So now less than 3 minutes to go, 1-point ball game for Doniphan-Trumbull. Concordia, you just got to stay locked in at this point.
Yeah, and so and we talk about the great feed inside the Jaden Williams there as Doniphan-Trumbull takes the lead. But I think as head coaches right now, you take this as an opportunity to say, hey, this might be what happens in the postseason. This might be what happens in the sub-district final, maybe a sub-state final, or the first round of state. It's going to be close games. How are you going to battle through this adversity in a tough environment, in a tough game where it's going to come down to the wire? Who's going to be able to make that stretch and get over the hump and be able to come out with a close victory here today?
Definitely, and I mean, this is what you want. I mean, this could be a state championship preview like we talked about.
Absolutely, and C1 right now, Bridger, you know it just as well as I do.
Loaded.
Loaded, yeah. Ogallala is coming up next against Crete, which Crete's one of the
best teams in Class B.
I would say they would be one of the best teams in Class B, but so much talent in Class C1. It's going to be exciting.
And another block. Thrasher trying to get the shot up, didn't work. Jane Williams, the up-ahead pass. He'll just pull it out now, 2:40 left. Parker Volk with it. McCafferty picks his pocket back down the other way. Numbers do not favor him. Instead, he gets it inside. Sunday laying it in. And now a 1-point ball game favoring Concordia.
Just the size of McCafferty was able to see over the Doniphan-Trumbull Cardinals and find Sunday in for the great feed back to a 1-point game. Mustangs lead.
Parker Volk trapped. He gets it to Poppy. Timeout taken now by Doniphan-Trumbull. A much-needed timeout as well for them. They trail by 1, trying to figure it out. I like the idea of bringing McCafferty all the way out against Volk. I mean, the guy's 6'10" with close to a 7-foot wingspan, if not a 7-foot wingspan.
Yeah,
I mean, look at this pass inside. Sunday right there. I think he could have dunked it. Good idea not to at this moment, but I think he could have.
I think he definitely could have. But, yeah, like you said, taking the more higher percentage shot of putting it up and then to give Concordia the lead back, but boy, back and forth this quarter. And ended up being Concordia led 35-34 coming into it. Doniphan-Trumbull got the first 2 points to lead 36-35. Concordia went back up by 37-36, and then it's just been back and forth, teeter-totter in this fourth quarter, and it's going to stay this way for the next 2 minutes and 9 seconds.
Here's the other thing. Since over 4 minutes to go, Omaha Concordia's had 5 fouls. I'm going to be honest, at that point, I thought Doniphan-Trumbull was going to run away with this at the free throw line.
That's a very good point because, like you said, if you don't notice it, that means they've been doing a good job of it because Concordia, with those 5 fouls, they have not fouled, and so you have not seen the free throw shots from Doniphan-Trumbull. So give credit to the Mustangs playing disciplined basketball late in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they've definitely cleaned it up. Dedamore driving in, and a travel going to be called on Dedamore.
That's been the second time he's kind of lost his footing down there. Slipped maybe a little bit. I don't know if it's the court or just, I don't know what, maybe just being a little bit too ahead of himself, and that's the big-time turnover that Concordia needed. Now up by 1, and one thing to point out, Cardinals only have 1 foul in this fourth quarter. Doniphan-Trumbull only has 1 foul, so they're going to have fouls to give if they want to send Concordia to the free throw line.
Definitely. Yeah, minute 30 to go. Concordia throwing it in. Side, going to work, taking his time, puts up the floater. That won't go. It was Thrasher who was putting in all the work, and now Poppy's got it again. Minute 15 to go, a 1-point ball game. Doniphan-Trumbull could take the lead here. Poppy lobbing it inside to Williams. Williams double teamed. Dedamore reverse, got it! Caden Dedamore, one of the shortest guys on the court, and he's got it.
Guess what? His first points of the contest. Could you believe that big-time spot for Caden Dedamore is now we get a stoppage of play.
I think it's a warning called on. So from what I understood, it was a warning called on Jane Williams.
Okay.
Or maybe it was a delay of game warning. Maybe he touched the ball.
Maybe so,
if you
yeah.
make the bucket, you're not allowed to touch the ball, little did maybe you guys not know. But yes, you're not allowed to touch the ball. And now with less than a minute remaining, Sunday inside, lofts it up, and he gets it. Timeout taken by Omaha Concordia. 47-46, a 1-point game. Sunday. We've talked about him enough in this second quarter, but again, making the go-ahead bucket.
Oh boy, the teeter-totter goes back and forth between these two schools. A great finish by Caden Dedamore, and then back the other way. Sunday drives inside the paint, puts up the floater, and just trusting your players to make big-time shots in big-time moments. And there's still 45.5 seconds left to go, so I doubt that's the last shot that we're going to see. That's going to be a big-time bucket. But for Doniphan-Trumbull, Parker Volk has 15. He's been quiet, I would say. He's missed a couple of threes. I saw him go 0 for 2 in the second half, if you will. So you've seen Jaden Williams inside the paint get some points. So I'm really interested with the mind of Kellen Burr. What's he going to draw up coming out of this break? 45.5 seconds. I think the message is, too, if we do not score on this next possession, foul right away.
Yep.
Because you have 4 fouls to give before Concordia has to shoot free throws. So that's got to be the mentality of Doniphan-Trumbull right now in this break. But for Concordia, for head coach Ken Koulis and the Concordia Mustangs, just kind of control the ball. You got 44.5 seconds. Be able to take the pressure that Doniphan-Trumbull will apply to you and try to get out of this Heartland Hoops Classic game with a victory in a great C1 matchup between two of the best teams in Class C1, even though it's a fully loaded Class C classes. We got 44.5 seconds left to go. Mustangs lead by 1.
So now Doniphan-Trumbull back down the other way, taking their time with it, deliberating. They have it there for Tyson Bennett for 3, won't fall. Rebound, and it'll stay here with Doniphan-Trumbull. My, what a play that was to get the ball back after faltering a little bit and missing the shot.
I tell you what, he did a good job of reading that. That shot was going to be short. He comes up into the paint or inside the perimeter and is able to force the ball to bounce off of Concordia. So good job of Bennett following his own shot.
25 seconds remaining now. I don't think you play for last shot. I think you run your offense through like you normally do, but you cannot rely on a buzzer beater here. Jane Williams going in. Over to Poppy. Poppy rebounded by McCafferty. That could have won them the game. McCafferty will be fouled. Now 9.9 seconds left.
Do you have enough time to give 3 fouls in 9.9 seconds? You're going to have to be super quick and efficient with your fouls if you're Doniphan-Trumbull.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, you almost want to foul before the shot. Or not before.
I get what you mean, yeah.
Yeah, before the ball's passed in. But that could do it right there. Thrasher catches the ball inside and now fouled by Jaden Williams. But that's a beautiful play design. Williams kind of waited a second, though, to foul.
I was very, very surprised, to say the least, that Williams let that much time go off the clock. 3.1 came off the clock, so now you got 6.8 seconds. Still 2 fouls to give for Doniphan-Trumbull, and now you're at the end of Concordia. So if you're Doniphan-Trumbull, you got to be patient. I mean, not be patient, but foul quickly.
Yeah, and that's a good one right there. Fouled. I think Jack Poppy will pick up that one. That should be the 4th team foul, so only one more. Jaden Williams, that foul is actually on Jaden Williams.
So that time a much better job of fouling quickly, 6.5. So let's
I don't know if that foul is going to be on Williams. Oh, that was Poppy.
I wanted to say it was Williams that did.
So it was Williams, yeah, because Bennett will come in, and then Williams will come out. 47-46 Concordia. What a way to finish out this second half. It's not quite over yet, but doing a great job of that. A lot of time ticked off the clock, and Sunday could really look to seal this game. Not with these free throws, you'll still be within a 1-possession game, but he's been phenomenal in the second half.
I was going to say, who better than to have Sunday go to the free throw line for Concordia? That's probably the guy, if you're head coach Ken Koulis of Omaha, to really send to the line. And so we'll see if Sunday can go to the free throw line and make his shots.
Hits his first. Now 48-46. Jane Williams checking in for Collinson. Man, 4.7 here. If you're Concordia, I think you almost set up at half court. You let them get it to half court, but then you start pressing hard at half court. Because you're under 4 seconds. Anything inside the 2-point line, you let them shoot, and then you don't touch the ball because it'll be game over.
Or how about this? If you're Concordia and you make the shot, you're fouling Doniphan-Trumbull right when they get the ball. Or
That's actually not a bad idea.
So let's say, not to really get ahead of ourselves and put the cart before the horse, but if you're Omaha Concordia and Sunday is able to complete both free throws, you let Doniphan-Trumbull inbounds, take about 2, maybe 3 seconds, and then foul. So then Doniphan-Trumbull has to go to the line, shoot 2 with about, let's say, 2 seconds left to go. So I would say Ken Koulis right now might be talking about that as in terms of strategy. But for Doniphan-Trumbull, if they do miss a shot, you're quick enough to get down the court, maybe try to find a guy in transition, and then just have guys ready to set up for a last-second shot, whoever it goes to.
Put the ball in Volk's hands.
I would say Parker Volk has 15 points in this contest. He's been a little bit quiet, maybe too quiet, if you will. Does he get the opportunity for Doniphan-Trumbull? Still a lot of things that could happen with 4.7 seconds left with Concordia leading by 2.
Yeah, we'll wait to see what's drawn up here. 4.7 left. Think you want the ball in Parker Volk or Jack Poppy's hands? I mean, those are going to be your 2 guys. And you put Quentin McCafferty right on Volk. I mean, he's done a great job this second half.
He really has been really good job on defense, and how shifty he is for as tall as he is, 6'10", and he can go with some of the quickest guys out there. So we're going to see what happens here with the second free throw shot.
Sunday misses it. Quick rebound, though. Jack Poppy rips it out of his hands, lofts it up, and it won't fall, and that will do it. 48-46, Omaha Concordia seals this one by 2, and they move on now to be 20-1 on the season, and Doniphan-Trumbull 18-2. But man, what a game that was.
So first of all, the free throw missed, and then Poppy's able to rip the ball out of a Concordia defender's hands and then shoots it at the buzzer. And boy, I can tell you what, Bridger, give it about a foot.
That'd
about
be
a foot
good.
more.
Yeah.
And then Doniphan-Trumbull would have hit the ultimate buzzer beater. But boy, 2 great games, two-score games at the end of our first 2 matchups here. So absolutely great job by both teams. Mustangs and the Cardinals facing off here, a much-deserved win that could potentially see these teams matched up later on in the postseason, as Class C1 is such a good squad. As we're going to try to get an interview coming up, but we wait for Elijah Moser to find the player of the game for Omaha Concordia, which I think it has to be.
Yeah, it's Carter Sunday.
Carter Sunday. I mean, absolutely great job in the second half, coming up big when they needed him to, and getting the 2-point victory for Omaha Concordia.
Yeah, Carter Sunday really showed up in that second half. We're going to take it back down to Elijah Moser so he can talk to Carter Sunday and the winning coach, Ken Koulis, right now.
All right, big win for Omaha Concordia Sunday. You had 11 points on the night. Can you just bring me through that game, as Doniphan-Trumbull made it pretty close towards the end?
We just played well as a team. We have good team chemistry, and we just found a way to win.
What does this win mean to you guys as you finish up the regular season?
Well, it's just a big win. They're a good team. So hope to have a good rest of the season.
All right, and you had a big performance, but obviously it wasn't just you involved. I mean, your team played really well tonight.
Yeah. Well, our bigs are really good. We just played through them, and they opened up shots for us, guards. There's really good players down there.
All right, best of luck the rest of the season. Now, Coach, you guys were up big at the half, but then Doniphan-Trumbull made that really close. What adjustments did you have to make throughout the second half?
Well, they just shoot the ball so dang well. I mean, my gosh, all of their kids, not 1, not 2. They got 6, 7 kids that can all shoot the 3-ball, and we just didn't get out well enough. And I mean, the biggest adjustment for us, 23 for them, obviously got going a little bit, but Quentin McCafferty did a great job adjusting down the stretch, just getting out on their 3-ball. And I thought that changed the game. That's really the little minute piece that maybe doesn't show up in the stats that really changed the game.
And you guys weren't really expecting Jack Pop to play, but he came out there and he made a little bit of difference defensively. And so how was that to coordinate in between and try to make that adjustment?
Well, I'm glad he's playing. He's a great player, and you know, C1 has a lot of great players, and I want to see him. I want to see what it looks like down the stretch, and he's definitely got a bright future. He's just so heady, you know, not just on offense, but he got us on a back cut, and you know, he's great in the post. He's a 3-level scorer. So seeing him back out there and being able to play against them was great. I didn't actually think he looked that slow. So, I mean, I'm sure he's probably 80 or 90%, but it was good just to get a look at what they look like with him because, quite frankly, this is a state tournament type team.
All right, really quickly here, what does this mean for your team as you finish up the regular season?
Well, our goal every year, we have one goal, and that one goal is just simply play our best basketball in March. So to get big wins late is important for us. And in a setting like this, a bigger auditorium, a bigger place, and you know, we talked about that. We talked that this would have a state tournament feel, and it was good for us to come in here. So we're excited about the win, and we got a couple big ones next week, and we're excited to keep going.
All right, best of luck the rest of the season and in the postseason.
Thank you much. Appreciate it.
All right, Bridger, let's send it right out to you.
Back now. Thank you, Elijah. Great interview from Koulis and from Carter Sunday, but it all started off the big plays from Koulis initially, and then Parker Volke, we got to talk about him. 5 3-pointers on the day for him. He had himself a great day, just couldn't come up with the win, but that man right there, Carter Sunday, that one right there, not quite a greatest shot for him, but it was the consistent and persistent play of Omaha Concordia. But initially, Jackson Shepard, Jack Thrasher, and Drew Koulis making the shots was huge. Yeah. And then we have the storyline of Jack Poppy coming into the game cleared in the first quarter. So not before the game, because I was told he was inactive, and then he was cleared in the first quarter. But man, what a game it was. Omaha Concordia hangs on for dear life and gets themselves the win only by 2 points, Trenton.
Yeah, I tell you what, just a great back and forth contest, and then some big threes down the stretch for Concordia with Jack Thrasher with some big time shots, and there he is again, down in the paint this time.
Yeah, and you know, you got to compliment Omaha Concordia. While they didn't have McCafferty being super active, a bit of an off day for him, they were still able to beat the 4th best team in Class C1. Does that not talk about the depth and the talent of this team?
It just, yeah, the quality of the matchups that we had, and Doniphan-Trumbull could strike back bow for bow. Jaden Williams had a really great second half as he hit that 3 there for Doniphan-Trumbull. Just a great game in general. We've had 2 awesome contests. The first game, Grand Island Central Catholic won by 2 on a buzzer beater, 46-44. This final was 48-46, so 2 phenomenal games, Bridger.
Well, I think that's all I got. Trenton, anything else to say?
No, it's just a great game, and then guess what? We got another one coming up in about 22 minutes here, so don't go anywhere as we have more basketball coming up.
And thanks for spending your afternoon with us here on Strive Sports. I'm Bridger Cruz signing off. Tell somebody you love them, and have a good rest of your day.